Imagine seeing raindrops fall on a pond and not looking at the raindrops, but looking at all the ripples that come from the raindrops. So for a moment, consider the raindrop as an atom, and the ripples it's generating are going across the surface of the pond. Look at the complex interaction. Everything is interconnected. All the waves from all the ripples, from all the raindrops are interfering with each other. To understand how biology works, we are a set of ripples and waves, but we're in a field of ripples and waves, and we also generate ripples and waves when we express consciousness. When ripples come together, they interfere with each other, but it's also called entanglement, that they're connected with each other and they're influencing each other. Now, to illustrate this point, I'm going to use a diagram with waves in it, and I drop both rocks into the pond at the same time. And the ripples are coming toward each other. In this case, I'm going to overlap the ripples from wave A with the ripples from wave B. When the waves come together, you add up the values of the waves in the overlap. +1, the value is +2. When two lower energies come together and they're both in harmony, they add up and the waves are much higher. Wave height is equal to power. So the point is simply this: constructive interference, where the waves come together and create higher waves, is also recognized in our life experiences as good vibes. And so when you're in that field, the energy around you is interfering with you in a constructive manner, and as a result, you are feeling more energy, good vibes. Vibes are the source of life. Energy is the source of life. When you have a lot of energy, you have life. When you have no energy, you have no life. So basically, when energies are in harmony and they interfere, constructive interference, it presents something that we refer to as good vibes. And it's interesting because we use these vibes to manage our lives. I'll give you a simple insight, which I really find kind of interesting. Let's say there's a big shoe sale at a major department store. There are 10 pair of shoes for sale. They're all exactly the same price. They come in all your sizes and colors, but they're all different styles. You go into the store, you're going to buy a pair of shoes. What do you think the final decision was based on? Not the cost, they're all the same. Not the color, size, you can get those in any one. The final decision is what? The shoes made you feel better. The shoes gave you a feeling. You picked a pair of shoes because of what? Feelings. What's feeling? Energy interactions. It's related to everything we do in the world, the people you meet up with, the places you live. What's going on around you, and the energy is actually interfering with your energy. And when the energy around you is in harmony with you, guess what it does? It enhances your energy. It empowers you. Constructive interference, good vibes. Well, that's one side of the story. Here's the other side. What if I take the two rocks that I had before, but I drop one before I drop the other? What we can see is the two waves coming. You can see they're out of phase, and then we overlap them like we did previously. And I say this is interference. +1 is the height, -1 is the valley, add them up, 0. The waves are canceling each other out. The energy from one is interfering, not in a constructive manner, but in a destructive manner. But guess what? You've also experienced this, but it's called bad vibes. It's an interaction you have with the environment that takes away your energy, which by definition means takes away your life. I'll give you an example. You're in a city, you don't know where you're going, it's dark, you're nervous now about where you are, and all of a sudden you feel your energy dissipate, go away. You feel like you're vulnerable, you have very low energy. Your biology was interacting with the waves in the field around you. But these interactions are out of harmony with each other. And as a result, the interfering waves, destructive interference, are canceling the energy. Well, energy is life. Canceling energy leads to death. And all of a sudden it says, oh my goodness, you can make decisions in your life appropriately when you read the energy first. And the significance is this: you always will move toward things that give you enhanced energy, that will enhance your life. In contrast, you should always move away from anything that takes away your energy, destructive interference, bad vibes, because that's an information that's telling you you're no longer safe in your field. Interesting point. Humans have vast language capabilities, but guess what? Every organism from bacteria all the way up and including humans also respond to the invisible energy waves reading good vibes and bad vibes. And I say, this is how a primitive organism know how to sustain its life. It moves toward anything that gives it a good vibe and moves away from anything that gives it a bad vibe. And this is how an organism maintains its energy. Now it's interesting because most of us have been programmed when we're young not to go by the feelings, but listen to what the person has to say. And I go, that's the first big mistake. If you read the vibes of that individual, the vibes are true, the words can be made up. That means, while those words coming from that individual are so wonderful and feel so great, the intent of that individual is not actually to support your viability, because just interacting with that person, you already can feel the bad vibes. So the relevance is this: the primary language on this planet is vibration. Reading vibration can enhance your life and save you from any problems that destructive interference would have caused.